Dude, okay. Thought I was dead there. That would have been so bullshit. Bad gameplay, man. Hello, Misa. Hello, consultant. You permanently damaged your wrist attempting an A-slide? You are on your way to earning your real gamer license. No. That's like, it's part of the process, man. Did you get the A-slide, though? Let's do one more. Okay, one more. Almost went right there and died. Ah, come on, bro. Yo, Don. Bad angle. Yo, Green. It is difficult to perceive. What is that? I can't remember exactly what it says. It's difficult to perceive just what the fuck is going on here. Yeah. Dude. You really clued me into something with the... I might... Okay, admittedly, I am probably retarded for this, but I wasn't really clued into the whole white and black thing. Like, I was clued into a lot of things being black, but I wasn't clued into a lot of things also being white. But now I realize that Weissman and also the White Visitation and now the White Ship, Anubis or whatever. I'm sure there's other examples that I missed earlier that I'm not remembering, but... Like... It's funny because there's lots of, like, normal racist stuff, and there's overt normal racist stuff in the book, right? Like, there's... Well, I'm not gonna say any of it. But there's normal racist stuff in the book. But then there's the symbolic layer, and the symbolic layer is like or it's like reverse racist. It's like racist against white people. They're all like having degenerate orgies and stuff all the time, and doing insane schizophrenic stuff and like being evil. You know what I'm saying? And all the black stuff is cool in the symbolic layer. Well, the normal racism is over the top. That's those are, I'm putting those in the same category. But yeah, book is good. Although I'm not you saw something pretty racist on Twitter? Sounds like sounds like Monday on Twitter. I'm not sure how much I'm vibing with what's happening right now. Like, maybe I'm sure I'm okay. I started to say maybe, but I'm 100% sure there are threads that I am not picking up that are relevant to me appreciating what's going on right now. But yeah, I'm not vibing quite as much with this section of like meeting the director in the mouth of the river place, whatever it's called, going over to the other mouth of the river place where they have where they were making the rockets and stuff. Although the kid is funny. Silent Otto or whatever. Which I don't understand what the joke is with that, by the way. There's some kind of like pun with his name or something. Yeah, I feel like there's just a billion things in the... Hello? Just a billion things in the book that are going over my head. It feels... So it's hard for me to compare, because when I read V, I was really stupid. But trying to compare it to V in terms of like the amount that I understand it, the percent of ideas understood on the first read through, I feel like if I read V for the first time now with my current brain, minus my current brain's like having read V, obviously. I feel like if I read V for the first time now, I would do better than I'm doing right now. But could be wrong. I think I probably did worse when I read V, but that's because I was younger and stupider. But certainly V, like the first time I read through it, I enjoyed it a lot, but there's a lot that I obviously didn't understand, and it didn't really feel satisfying in the way that I would want to call it one of the greatest books I've ever read or whatever. And I'm having kind of a similar experience with Gravity's Rainbow. Like, what the... Simon, thanks thanks for the resub, dude. Appreciate that. Appreciate the support. Yeah, like the first read through of Gravity's Rainbow is like, hell yeah, this is funny and fun, and there are some really interesting things that I'm picking up on, but it's not like, you know, I'm not feeling the force of a great work, you know what I'm saying? Which I think, yeah, I think that's just how it is, though. Definitely need to reread it at some point. I will say, one thing I'm a little sus on is like, hang on, let me do this trick. I get this sense sometimes with the comparisons that he makes, or like the connections that he makes, you know, like, you know, he's just constantly making these insane connections between like, or he's like using some mathematical construct as like a metaphor for like human emotions or something. You know, he's doing these weird things, like that kind of stuff is all over V, but somehow this time it feels a little bit more sometimes like something that someone would say when they're just really high. Sometimes it's like sometimes it's like, okay dude. I think you might just be extremely high. When he was talking about like, yeah, it feels like maybe he was a little bit more aggressive with cutting some of his stupider ideas for V. Could be wrong. But, wow. It must have been intentional for that reason, Green. You really cracked the code. But yeah, definitely need to, reread and, like, study it, you know, at some point in the future. Shit like Grapes of Wrath. It's not very much like Grapes of Wrath. It's significantly more unhinged than Grapes of Wrath. I mean, not that I wouldn't read Grapes of Wrath. I've read a bunch of Steinbeck and mostly enjoyed it. I'm very far from all of my family right now, Simon. But I hope you had a nice family time for Easter. Yo, Tanner. I'm always risen. Risen up the chat. Did JD Vance say something about the Pope and then he died or something? Thanks for good luck. Thanks for good luck, Taffel, as well. Howdy. The hinge status of Grapes of Wrath is un? Really? I feel like all the Steinbeck I've read has been pretty grounded and like... I don't know. Steinbeck is like very, you know, he's like a normal guy. Feels like a normal guy who likes being outside and touching grass. Thomas Pynchon has never touched grass in his entire life, except for the grass that he's smoking while he's cooking up some of these stupid metaphors. Well, my progress in Gravity's Rainbow has been pretty slow, so you can definitely catch up to me. I took so long reading like 15 pages today, dude. Sometimes my brain is just too much for my brain. Is that? Wait, what's the 70? Oh, the 70 pages, the toilet thing? Oh. Okay. Tried to do the fast, gainer. Glad you had a nice time. No, I mean, Mice and Men is pretty hinged, though. Mice and Men is like, you know, it's all real and it's all straightforward, you know. Things happen that are sad and stuff, but it's normal. Compared to this, it's extremely normal. Yeah, pretty decent push. I'm starting to figure out that visual cue. Is Gravity's Rainbow something that is still going on? Yeah, we're just reading a really big old novel. And I, at least, am taking a long time to read it because it's very dense. And I'm doing other stuff. I'm most of the way done, though. I think I'm like 500 plus pages in at this point. Out of like 700 and something. I don't know if I've ever read a webcomic in my life. Trying to think of one. Like Homestuck, is that what you're talking about? I don't even... Can't even name another webcomic, if that even is a webcomic. We are reading another bigger, older novel. But that one has convenient break points. For gamers who need a break. How long did he spend making this book? There is like a really big gap in his So V was... What in the fuck am I doing? Oh, I was doing that other song. I was doing the song from the the sound test, sound check, whatever. Okay, so there was a 6-year gap between V and Gravity's Rainbow, and a 7-year gap between Crying of Lot 49 and Gravity's Rainbow. So... Definitely a slow simmer type of cooking was happening. I just feel like so much research would be required. Not sure what you mean, Green. I think I probably said what I just said in a confusing way. There's V, and then there's 3 years, and then there's crying, and then there's 7 years, and then there's gravity's rainbow. Not sure what that means. The fuck am I doing? Weird things are happening in my hands right now. Thank you, Metalhead. What up? Oh, Homestuck is back? Oh, shit. Huge day for depressed 20-year-olds. What you just said, Green, is extremely related to V. You should read V. V is a book about... V is unironically a book about being born in the wrong generation. Yo, Nina. Thanks for good luck. And the Meowdy. Camus Stranger, overrated. Overrated. Skip. But yeah, you should probably read it maybe. I don't know. It's also really short. Oh yeah, we were talking about reading The Fall, right? But I kind of want to read the Sisyphus one for the meme. You gotta read Sisyphus for the meme. I don't know. I just, I reread The Stranger a while back and just wasn't that... I liked it pretty well in high school, like relative to other things that I was reading in high school, but I reread it recently and was just not that enthused, I guess. Okay, fair enough. I guess I should read another one. Blue question mark looks nice on me. Thanks. Question mark. Is my camera back to being like doo-doo colors? I feel like it's still how I changed it to, not quite as red as before, but maybe still needs to be less red. Thought I was bonking for sure. I actually do know what color it is, but I'm not gonna tell you guys. I get off on that power. What am I doing, dog? Well, I didn't play the game for 2 days, so I gotta relearn every tiny bit of movement, apparently. Thank you, Jai. I don't think it's navy blue, though. I know this because navy blue looks extremely similar to black to me. It's very hard for me to tell navy and black apart. Don't laugh. Tyrant? Calling me a tyrant? What of it? What of it? Careful now, you don't want to get banned. Navy blue device? Brother. Literally every bit of movement needs to be relearned from scratch. Yo, happy masks. I'm just kidding, I'm not a tyrant, guys. Thanks, Frank. I knew that was gonna happen again. How am I turning that exact same way every time in runs? I never do that in practice. Literally never. Oh. I will say, I'm glad we've progressed to that mistake. Instead of being early on the quick draw jump slash every single time, because this one is easier to fix. I just never expect it. Because I only do it in runs. I don't have to think about it when I'm practicing, but somehow in runs that exact thing always happens. Nice. Nice. Yo, gravy. I did not get the staircase hover. Well, actually, technically, I got the... No, I guess you can't say I got the staircase hover. I got the ISG and the first hover. And then I missed the second hover. Because my angle was bad. I did fall. Everything is a fucking parabola now, dog. It's not that bad. I gotta figure out how to go beyond the 0, man. Sounds hype. Even that, like, you know, I feel like I understand some of what he's doing there. But I feel like there's so much that even to that, even to that idea, I feel like there's so much that I'm missing. A sigmoid? I don't even exactly know what a sigmoid is. It's like a little... Is it like a C shape, kinda? What does that have to do with AI? That would be nice, consultant, for sure. Okay, you're calling that a little early there, buddy. Non-linear layers. Okay. Somehow I forgot how to pull my sword here. I always thought it was 2 frames, but it might just be 1 frame. I started doing it really, like, slow. And I guess that's just not allowed. The Kokiri are tingles them. Oh man, this book is in my head now, dude. I read too much of it this weekend. It's so over for me. No one. This is a stream for just me and Green now. All of everyone else in the chat is an extra right now. That's weird. You don't mean the gravity calculation like when it changes when you bounce on an enemy's head 4 times in a row or something, I'm guessing. Or, I guess that would only be twice in a row. Oh. Right. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's probably true, consultant. I don't know. People who know more about programming than me have basically assured me that it's possible to make something like KZ with correct lag, though. Yo, Alec. Twitch logo emoji. I was really afraid that was out of range. Okay. Oops. Dude! Was that angle that bad? It seemed fine. What the hell is this? Dude. I should have just gone with the slightly lower bomb count, I think. Yeah, I mean, I think that was Consultant's idea, basically. One was just a programming peep, but a very good programming peep. The other, not sure of the level of familiarity with MMD comp, but some level of familiarity. But that one didn't assure me quite as much. Wasn't sure if that would work. I went really far to the right. Howdy penguin. This is one of my favorite rooms in the game in this category. It's so cool. What? This is not one of my favorite rooms in the game. Fuck this. I gotta listen to some Rossini after that scene. Rossini was getting kind of dunked on, not gonna lie. Early agent? What does that mean? Why are you saying something about Twitch Turbo? Why does anyone care about Twitch Turbo? But it's like $13 a month, man. Literally no one cares about that. Thanks, Snail. Yeah, it's always been there, except it used to be like $8 a month or something. Thanks, Perp. Yo, Mancha. Thank you for the Prime. Appreciate that. Reminder that if you have Amazon Prime, you can give me free money. Please give me free money. I will never get to 11 without your Prime sub. You personally. The girl listening to this. I'm glad, I'm happy for all of the people who did not watch the League stream. Although the real enlightened viewers are the ones who watched the troubleshooting part when I was trying to figure out how to capture the game at higher than 1 frame per second. And then they left when I started actually playing the game. Not sure about that. Okay. Alright, I have to remember to chuck a nut later. The Mega Jump recoil, I've tried, man. Trust me, I've tried. First of all, it doesn't even save that much, but second of all, it's just fucked. Like... I don't remember what the exact inputs are, but it's definitely fucked. If people don't do the A-slide into the ranch, they're definitely not doing that. Wow, I had my sword drawn, so I timed it wrong. Oh my god. This is so awful. Oh my god, man. I need 2 bomb drops, like... Yeah, I need 2 bomb drops. If I want to not lose time on hookshot split, I need 2 bomb drops for sure. Even still, it's gonna be kind of, I don't know, man. This just sucks. Yeah, this is not a rainbow for sure. Rip Simon. Yeah, I got the unlucky dance on top of everything else that sucked in this temple. I think on top of all the inputs being so crazy for that trick, Penguin, I think on top of all of that, it's also just really precise where you set it up. I think it's really, for multiple reasons, not realistic for RTA. Sadly. Yeah, I've tried a couple different Yumiya strats for that for that torch. I don't really think they're happening anytime soon. There are like several other things that I would add to the any percent run before I would add that. And if I'm not adding it to any percent, I'm definitely not adding it to all masks. I'm curious what happened there with the up left turn. Somehow I targeted the dragonfly. That's what set off the chain of events that lost me a lot of time on the BK skip. This is still Boolean though. Like I feel like the rest of the split has been good enough that this is still firmly Boolean. Even if, well, I need 1 bomb drop. I guess that's not true. I guess this is the minimum bomb count if I skip the. Yeah. Dude, I really need at least 1 bomb drop to not lose a ton of time. There could definitely be an animated emote where no, an animated emote where he turns around 180 degrees and then the sunset fades in. Are you doing a run right now, consultant? Good luck on your run. Good luck on 211. In any percent. No, I'm just kidding. Good luck on PB. Dude, I just need to get a bomb drop right now. Really just need to. Dude. Dude. I was afraid I was gonna fail it after all that. That's just the worst. When you fail it after something like that. This letter is my worst enemy now that I'm practicing 100% every day. Fuck this letter. This right here is why all masks is the better category. No bomb drop there. I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna uninvert here, even though it's kind of scary when I need a bomb drop. I should have time to go through both sets of bushes once, though. Change the walls? I don't want to let the raccoons out. We got a bunch of coons in here. Also, some of my chatters have told me that they're in my walls. I don't want to let them out either. I have been informed that much of the chat... And there's no bomb drop in the whole world. This is suck now, dude. It's not. 3 bombs, so one for this cutscene skip, opponent cutscene skip. No, 2 bombs. Okay, so we're skipping opponent cutscene skip. Amazing. Or is it better? I don't know what's better. I'm gonna try opponent cutscene skip, I think. See if I remember the other backup. I think this is better. I don't know. So I shouldn't damage down, right? Because we're just voiding for this. Day reset. Can't that patch of grass give bombs? I don't think so. So how do I'm trying to remember how I do this. I still have to bomb time stop, I guess. That sucks. I was thinking I would save 2 bombs. So I bomb time stop and then... That sucks so much. I messed it up. I killed the wrong man. It needs to be first day. I anticipated it. The run is dead. I have time to do another one though. Yeah, you have to like react. I mean, I just don't know when the timing is because I don't normally do that strat, and you have to react kind of fast. And I've been late before because I wasn't really focused, so I anticipated it, and now it's Jover. Feels bad. I think that maybe was the right decision though. Like, I'm actually not sure if that was the right decision. I think I probably should have skipped the opponent cutscene skip. Opponent cutscene skip. But you gotta try things sometimes, man. You gotta love life. You gotta love being a goofy boy who goofs around sometimes. Why would I ever do that? New Kanye track? I'm sure it sucks. Because he hasn't made a good track since Moon. And even that was on an album with like 30 tracks and like 2 of them were good. No, man, what the fuck? What the hell? He dropped that on Easter? I don't know that song, Niall, no, but thanks, thanks for the resub. Appreciate you. Why do I try to read the chat when I'm playing the most dense action game ever invented? Someone please explain that to me. I don't know about that one, man. Thank you, Ghost. How's your stream? Podner? Oh, right. Howdy, Podner. What do we think about the word says? Why does he do that? Why did he decide that says should be spelled like that for the whole book? The new pope? History would take a turn if I were anointed pope or whatever you say. History would take some kind of turn. I'll say that. Good stream. Nice. I was talking, I was telling Misa that they should canonize me, though. I think that's the correct term. But apparently that doesn't happen until you die. So, I guess they're waiting. They got me on the list, I'm sure. But seriously, for putting up with this chat sometimes, for that alone, I think I've earned my title as Saint Sausage. Hundreds of years after their death? No one even remembers them then. Are all these guys so shitty that they have to wait until everyone who remembers them dies so that they can get away with canonizing the shittiest person ever? Should I play Wind Waker, guys? For that reason? Yeah, to be put in the canon. Tito reminds me of Thomas Pynchon sometimes. I was actually just thinking about playing Mario 64. It's probably so easy to learn Zero Star. It's like 5 minutes long, so surely I can learn it in like 1 hour and get world record, right? Nintendo just loves cannons, I think, actually. Thank you, Penguin. Bruh. That's an excellent point, Green. I think there's a lot of things like that. Classic horseshoe theory. I guess that's why no one likes all masks as a category. I just want to watch any percent or 100%. Yeehaw, Jess. How have your runs been? I saw you on a decent pacer. Pretty late, I think. Thanks for the resub, dude. Without spoilers, Green, can you tell me, like, how satisfying you found the ending? Because I guess I won't say what I think about V if you don't want me to. I wonder if I could have fixed that by just turning around. I need to test stuff like that in practice. You don't have to answer if it's too difficult or you just don't want to. Thank you, Nan, or truly. I feel weird pronouncing Nan. I'm glad I failed it pretty quick. I can still do the normal route here and make it, hopefully. Still lose time to load zones, though. A little frustrating. I'm curious. I'm also still curious how many more, whether there's 4 or 5 parts. I was expecting 5 parts. I did fail laundry pool clip, yes. Well, I failed the setup, but I failed it pretty quick. So, should be fine. Should be still ahead, I think. Do we think that Naughty Dog in Space game is going to be good? I'm pretty skeptical. But I also haven't played any I haven't really played like any Souls inspired or like Souls combat, you know, any other like mainstream games with design that has trickled down from Demon Souls or whatever. So I might be more open to playing it than people who have been playing every Souls like in the past 10 years. Just because I'm not burnt out on it. More like DMC? Really? I don't think anyone's... No one... It's a bad idea to make a game like DMC in 2025, I think. I don't think Naughty Dog would ever make something that, like... overwhelming. Like DMC, you just get so many items, so many different weapons and stuff, and they all have a billion abilities. It's just like, I'm not trying to hate on DMC too much, but I feel like Western game designers have pretty firmly moved past that style of design a long time ago. Other than like multiplayer, where it makes sense. Like it makes much more sense to have stuff like that in a online multiplayer competitive thing. That might be a PB right there, man. That's pretty good. And it was a complete YOLO. Okay, I'm not quite making it on time, so I guess might not be ahead. First try every time when it counts. Hopefully still ahead. Oh shit. Yo. Stalker, what's up? This is the run? Last run was kind of good until something really stupid happened, and then I tried to back it up by doing something I've never done before, and I of course messed up the thing I'd never done before and killed the run immediately. Hope your stream was good, Stalker. Appreciate you. Yeah, so, thanks for the good luck. Yo, Raiders. I don't normally get, raids from people who have no idea about this. I mean, maybe you guys have an idea. But normally I get raids from people, like, in the speedrun community. I feel like I have to explain speedrunning. I feel like I have to explain who Link is. Yo, Victor. Oh, replaying Super Mario World, nice. But yeah, this is a category called All Masks. It's where you get all the masks. And if you can hang in there for like 5 minutes, we're gonna get into real gameplay and not cutscenes for a good while. I promise there's lots of cool tricks and stuff. Gaming. Why is my controller so loud? Is it louder than normal or is it normal loud? Because it's always loud. But normally people don't mention it. Normal loud? Hell yeah. Why is it normal loud? Because I like to stimulate the eardrums of my viewers. Non-sexually. Well, the worst part is, I feel worse about it being loud because my Z button is so squeaky. It's actually gotten less squeaky, I think. But this part is not supposed to sound like that, and it does not sound good. But I guess it's gotten a little bit better somehow. Yeah, so the Japanese version. So this game is interesting because different versions, or different like language releases, are optimal for different categories. So for any percent, we run on the English version these days. Even though the English version, you lose a lot of time to slow text. Well, that's the main reason we run on JP for other categories. So for this category, we run on the Japanese version, mostly because the text in this game scrolls one character per frame. And so in Japanese, there's a lot more information per character, which means there's fewer frames for the text to appear. But there are also version differences. So the 1.2 release of this game was only released in the West. So the English version of this game is like, it like has things patched, but it also has things changed that affect certain tricks in a way that actually makes them more broken and more exploitable. So there are interesting trade-offs when deciding which category you should, or which like when you're routing a category, you have to decide which version is actually best. And there are very significant differences. So if you watch how I do Lullaby Skip, which is the trick I do to get into Snowhead Temple without getting the Goron's Lullaby song to make the wind stop blowing, the version of that trick that I do in any percent can't really be done unless you're a TAS on the Japanese version. But that doesn't really matter for this category because we have Goron Mask in this category. So I just do a Goron roll Lullaby Skip, which is a little slower, but not slow enough to make English version faster. There are a lot of complicated considerations. Is this information per character in the room with us? What does that even mean? I mean, I don't know. There's no information per character in the Japanese text for me. But that's because I am uneducated, unworldly, stupid American boy. The only character that has English is any percent NMG. I don't know. The 100% has been on English in the past, but it's not right now. But yeah, right now it might just be any percent NMG. I only care about any percent NMG, all masks NMG, and 100% NMG really. So I don't know about all these other. But yeah, I would assume all fairy rewards is on JP. What else even is there? Glitchless. Glitchless is on JP, I'm pretty sure. Has Jess ever touched the English version of this game? I've never considered this. Glitchless Hundo on English, really? See you later, Misa. Good luck with work. What else matters besides Lullaby Skip for English? So Song of Double Time cutscene skips work differently between the two versions because of the way that the screen fades out after or something. I forget exactly what the difference is. But we use multiple Song of Double Time cutscene skips in the English, in the any percent NMG route. And we use 0 in this route. We use 0 in this route because we're playing on JP. But I think they would be less significant to this route. I don't really consider low percent like a speedrun category. I consider that like a challenge run, which is kind of different. But I wouldn't be surprised if it uses English stuff. Lots of challenge runs are on English because Epona-related... what the hell am I doing? Epona-related English-only glitches are crazy. For lots of challenges that you might be interested in doing if you are a tasser and insane. Here I'm doing a trick where this is going to allow me to get a second wallet upgrade from the banker later in the run. Normally you're supposed to get one upgrade from the banker and another one from a spider house, from clearing a spider house. This is going to allow me to get another one from the banker, which is way faster. But that's in like 2 hours. Not gonna be able to keep up with explaining anything else, by the way. Just hopefully all the raiders are gone. Or hopefully they don't care about not understanding anything. The 225? Nice pause. Okay, so I failed the same way I did last run, except my angle seemed good that time, so I guess I'm actually just throwing that bomb way too far over to the left. Gonna have to look into that. Yo, hat. Yo, Bobby. That's like a 10-second time loss right there, but that was, you know, this is fine. I don't really know what that is, Tito. Probably not, though. But you know, I won't judge you, man. Why is this split 40 minutes long? Exclamation point aliens. But the short version of that answer is what's what's the short version again? It's because this is an in-game time segment. There's an in-game clock in this video game. Time happens. Fun fact. And I have to be at a certain place at a certain time in like 25 minutes of gameplay from now. And everything that I do... Come on, man. Everything that I do from when this split started until the end of this split kind of slightly affects everything else in a way that would make things kind of inaccurate a little bit if I had splits in between. Something like that. I think it literally says something like that at the end of that at the end of the explanation about the like somebody's got the drugs and the tank has been requisitioned by so and so to the something like that. A typical World War II whatever. Anyway. Now that I have more viewers, I feel like I shouldn't go off on my autistic rant about a book that literally 2 of us are reading. They chill? I feel the pressure though. They're weighing me down, man. No, I'm just kidding. They're chill. They're chill. Thought I was about to bonk. Thank you, plushie. Interesting compliment. Not well known in the sausage community. I would get kicked out of the sausage community, honestly. I never eat sausage. Not going to lie. That's a positive. I guess, are we saying the sausage community is a community of actual sausages, and so it would be like, what's it called? Cannibalism? Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking more along the lines of community of sausage enjoyers. I guess that's just my chat. Wholesome 100. Tito. I don't think the toilet flushes louder when you... I don't think the toilet flushes any louder. I don't think that scales with the size of the poop, dude. I don't feel like I should answer this question, Bobby. But I don't judge you for whatever you're into, man. There's a modifier? What? What? Dude, you could see. You could see that I still had a Hess, or I still had a Hess there. It was just like incredibly slow. I lost all my speed. No, the run's not dead. What the hell? The disrespect, man. Dude? I just can't believe how bad this is now. Just failed 2 incredibly easy tricks in a row. I guess in fairness, my beeping hearts. So in this game, when you have critical health where it's beeping like it is right now, it makes it so you swerve a little bit in random ways when you're moving around. And that messes up certain setups for tricks. So that it doesn't ruin the setup for that trick completely, but it makes it so that you have to time it somewhat differently. Which kind of messed me up. How's it going, Kai? Kai, I made some videos just for you today. I don't know if you saw. You gave it the big like? Hell yeah. Thought that maybe was gonna be a fail. Okay. Those videos are literally made for you and me in the future when I forget how to do it, when I come back to this category after like 3 years. Those are the 2 people who the video exists for. That's a lot of bombs. I should go ahead and do this. But yeah, there's one on Dodongo Grotto as well. I don't know if you saw that. But I feel like Dodongo Grotto is not as worth it, honestly. It's so complicated. It's so complicated, and I don't think it saves as much time as the A-slide does. Yeah, I mean, I specifically chose those 2. I specifically knew that I needed to, I don't know what that was. I knew I needed to make videos for those 2 tricks. Like, full explainer videos for those 2. Those are like the 2 most complicated. Even more than Lullaby Skip, I think. Wow. Was not sure how to back that up. I stopped the Mega frame early, and I also curved the Mega way more than I meant to. That was a good backup. But yeah, even more so than Lullaby Skip. Those 2 tricks just have a lot to them. And a lot that's not self-explanatory from watching. This again, man. No. So these 2 tricks that I'm talking about are different than most tricks. So most stuff, yes, is just muscle memory. What is this movement, dog? But there are things, the two tricks that I'm talking about specifically, but also a lot of things in a more minor way in this game. When you get to the like fastest tier of strats, a lot of it just involves like skipping setups. You know, instead of doing a strict setup that's going to make the trick work exactly the same and all the frames and all the timings be exactly the same every time, like so that it's all down to muscle memory. Instead of that, you're kind of YOLOing the setup. You're just kind of walking into position and quickly doing stuff in a way that like makes it so that you have to really understand a lot of different scenarios and react to like the exact tiny position differences and like, you know, I threw this bomb to a slightly different spot, so now I have to move a little bit differently in this way, etc. But that's actually like, I love that about this game. I love that when you get deeper into it, it's not just more, it's not just like, you know, it's not just grinding more precise setups. It's like, it becomes more, somehow more interesting at the highest level because there's more of that kind of thing where you have to use your brain more. But sometimes it also is the grinding precise setups thing. Yeah, Wind Waker, no manual super swim. True. Yeah, Hess Lullaby Skip is the perfect example. Or that's like a very obvious example because it's like it's pretty much required to get close to world record in any percent. And you're not going to be very consistent at it if you only know one scenario. If you've memorized one RNG pattern for that trick, you're going to hit the trick about 2% of the time. But you can get it up like above 90% consistency if you activate all 5 of your brain cells. Yeah, there's beef with the Ocarina of Time community. What am I doing? That's kind of weird. There's beef with the Ocarina of Time community because they just have setups for everything. Honestly, I think they just haven't pushed the game hard enough, dude. I think if an elite gamer showed up in OOT, they would figure out how to YOLO more stuff. But not trying to beef even more with the Ocarina of Time community right now. Not that I'm trying to not beef either. I'm trying to keep my static level of beef. Not get kicked out of the beef community. Uh-oh. That was almost the bad angle. If you have a very precise bad angle there when you recoil off that Skulltula, you like get stuck on him. You like don't recoil past him, you just go kind of under his nuts. And then he damages you and you fall off and the run is dead. Yo, Thomas. Wait, are beef sausages actually, like, common? I feel like normally in my life when people say sausage, they mean pork. Okay, hot dog is a different category, though. Like... Early? That was very close to being early. Is it? I guess I've heard people calling hot dogs sausages before. But to me, it's like... It's one of those things where it's like... If you call it that, that's kind of just confusing for no reason. Why would you call it that? Dude. Okay. That's fine. This is a decent run, I feel like. There was some poop in the Great Bay part, but... I think we are... Should be ahead still. Yeah, there's just something like you get into these semantics arguments where people are like, could this technically fall within the definition of this word, you know? Could this scenario technically be considered within the definition of this word? And it's just like, dude, I don't care. I don't care if it can, because you would never say that. You would use a different word instead. When there's a different word that's like 100% accurate to what you're talking about, why do I care if the word that's 2% accurate to what you're talking about is technically correct? Cereal equals soup and hot dog equals sausage. Yeah, okay, yeah. Hot dog equals sausage is closer to... is closer to true than cereal equals soup or like hot dog equals sandwich or whatever. I don't know, this is probably a regional thing where like people from some fucked up place like Ohio are like calling hot dogs sausages all the time. But in my life, you're banned. if you call a hot dog a sausage with no context of me already knowing that you're talking about hot dog. Well, anything can be described as a sausage if it's fat AF. Like sausage fingers. I didn't expect this take to be controversial, I gotta say. But I'm also not the expert on food. This is the one that gets me canceled. I'm not the expert on food. When Misa was here, when Misa was here, she was laughing at me for all of the food that I didn't know on the crosswords. Every day on the crossword there was an obvious food one that I didn't know that she instantly knew. But like, yeah, I'm just... The sausage on sausage, yeah. All beef is a more regional thing? Like sausages that are all beef? But also, I thought hot dogs were always made from pig parts. Honestly. I guess I'm just... I guess I really am just clueless about food, man. I'll concede on this one. Yeah, Italian sausage on pizza. I don't know. Every single animal mixed together? Like in a DNA kind of way? Like... The pigeon? I don't know if they could get away with that. There's no way they were using horse meat at McDonald's. Surely. I mean, wouldn't that just be an insane lawsuit for them? Unless this was like McDonald's Thailand or something. In which case, I would 1000% believe that, and I would be shocked if there wasn't horse meat in that. Wow. What, you looked it up and it was McDonald's Thailand? Is that what you're about to say? Or wow, that was an offensive thing for me to say? I don't know anything about the Thai people, and I don't claim to. I don't think I want any horse meat. Horses seem kind of... I almost did not get a bomb drop again. Okay. This run doesn't suck, I don't think. Horses don't even seem like they have much meat on their bones, but maybe that's just like racing horses that I'm used to seeing. Come on, man. Problem? I practice this for 1 billion hours a day. This is Jover, man. What? It's actually Jover. Why? I don't think this can be saved. I'm pretty sure this is actually over. Alright, I guess I just want to invert here, maybe? Dude, this is like 40-something seconds of time loss. I'm not gonna do the time stop on top of that. I'm just gonna let it die if it's gonna die right now. Alright, where are you at? Okay. Shouldn't have done this equip this way. I guess it's technically alive. I'm pretty sure I needed to do that, though. I'm pretty sure I needed to do the invert. I don't think the time stop strat would have been enough to save it. Could be wrong, though. I don't like this run. I needed to shuffle left for one more frame, and I stepped left instead, and there's no time to fix it after that. Yeah, this is like barely alive, but we'll try to finish it. I'm also getting hella sweaty in here all of a sudden. This is so bad, dude. No, I mean it is still world recordable, dude. It still is. Never give up. Never give up on your dreams. That's what Pope Squidward taught me. I feel like I should take my shirt off right now, just like Pope also. I think Pope might have coined that one. Or like, oil up? I'm already sweaty, man. I'm just kidding. This is all teasing you guys to promote my OnlyFans. $1 million a month. I'm assuming someone in Pope's chat actually did coin that, though. It really hurts. Though. The memes in Pope's stream really, they are actual brain rot. Please. Ooh, 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 really bad at the beginning, but then it got spicy as hell for the hard part. Nice. Misa and I... It's different. We have a deal worked out, okay? The art of the deal. We have the art of the deal worked out. I'm gonna cry. I can't go for that. I'm gonna cry. Honestly, getting 2 runs to this point could be a worse day. Could be a worse day of runs after 2 days off. Could be a lot worse. I am wishing I had practiced this, though. I really did not have time to practice anything else, though. What does that even mean, Agent? Man, I sure do need to rainbow that by quite a bit. This looks like... never mind. Oh, I'm gonna get this guy. Kind of weird pattern. This fucker's back here. This should be okay, though, I think. Maybe I should have done something a bit different here. Whatever. Yeah, this was not great, but definitely not as bad as PB. I mean, honestly, the expected RNG time loss in the rest of the run, just the RNG expected time loss by itself kind of makes 211 impossible. I guess that's not true. I can still rainbow exit Clocktown by quite a bit, and I don't even know what the expected RNG time loss is on Lullaby Skip, like... Getting some more time back here, though, I think. What did I do wrong here? I feel like losing 5 seconds on this split is, like, kind of hard. Can't remember what happened here in PB. How's it going, gamers? Dude, I can't believe I failed the A-slide like 4 times in a row after making that tutorial today. I failed it a lot in the tutorial as well, though. So never mind. I can totally believe it. But I was also, like, talking and stuff in the tutorial. Yeah. I'm on minimum bomb count, by the way. Kind of spooky. But we're trying to save this run, so... I guess I forgot about this because I haven't gone for it in a really long time, but there is still the super aggressive endgame time strat for cycle 3. If I need to do that to realistically world record, I will do it. Kill it when I'm optimistic? Maybe I'm optimistic because I'm killing it. Thanks, Niall. Appreciate that, appreciate those words of affirmation. If all you have to do to PB is feel something, dude, that's probably what sets me apart from every other speedrunner. Speedrunners have like 0 emotion. How did I end up in the stupid corner? See, that's what speedrunners need, is more of that energy right there. All right, I'm going for this. I'm going for this, and hopefully I won't get caught. Do not get caught, please. Thank you. This should be fine. Alright, the stupid corner probably only loses me a few seconds. So I think I should still save a bit here. Oh yeah, the dunking on everyone. Yeah. Wait, that was the PB? I guess it was. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, the world record VOD has like 1.5 hours straight of people in the chat saying dunk on this, dunk on that, and me just insulting anyone and anything for no reason. Mostly games though. Mostly dunk on Minecraft, dunk on Stardew Valley, whatever. Kind of bad position. Oh, it wasn't. Oh, it wasn't the record. It was that other one that was really good early game. Yeah. Wait, did I say something mean? I don't remember. I was too locked in. Surely I didn't say something mean. That again, man. I gotta get this fairy now. This might be bad. And there's no fairy! Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, I didn't hit the ground that time, right? Oh, God, man. I gotta figure out what causes that. I don't fully understand. There might just be a way that I can change my target and untarget timing so that that does not happen. Well, that might have done it. That might have sealed the deal right there. So we'll see. We will see. Still sweating, man. Stavros might be my new favorite bot now that Puzzle Kitty's gone. Missed the bomb drop, cool. Very cool. This is just a mess, man. I think Adam's Claude subscription ran out or whatever. He said it was about to run out, I think. Stood a little too close, I think. We gotta we gotta make it part of the cult thing. We have to have a ritual to resurrect Puzzle Kitty. Everyone has to bring animals to sacrifice. Okay, this is awful now. Absolutely awful. Damn. Okay. Okay, thought he was gonna smack me. That was kind of a weird scenario. He was kind of far from the edge, but he was facing the right way to make it so that I could have made that work. But he didn't move at quite the angle that I expected, I guess. Is that... That's not right. Is that right? What am I doing? I don't remember. Gotten a lot better at what? Hopefully everything. The skull? Well, I failed it. But I guess I didn't fail it as miserably as I could have. But it's true that I've gotten better at it. Thanks, Tom. Okay, we don't have to be reminded of this. You're not wrong, though. It's kind of hard, man. It's kind of hard. It's not obvious how you should back it up, I guess. It's not obvious how you should do it at all, and it's also not obvious how you should back it up when you mess it up. Wait, what was that time lost to? The equip? Mostly? I guess a little bit to the skull. That felt like that shouldn't have been that slow, but I guess the equip was really slow. Not exactly how I meant to do that. Oh yeah, jumping off Stone Tower was before this split. That's a good question. I feel like you can come here pretty early in like a casual playthrough as well. Like, it's not like it's not like you're going to have a billion hearts when you get here necessarily. You know? I feel like a casual player could get here and die. Pretty easily. Hope I'm not too fast here. I don't think I am. Oh no. Don't do this to me, man. It's fine. It is fine. Unless... Dude. Wish I had done that like that in PB. So I would have a 211 right now. Also, wait, wasn't I supposed to get the health there? Wait, where am I getting health now? Wait, this is really bad. Like I have no idea how I'm even doing Butler Race. Boomerang signs, no shot. I guess I'm just doing Butler Race with some casual strats. These bugs circling around the hole and never going in? No, I've not seen that. I've never heard of that happening either. I feel like when I see them fail, it's always because they're super far away. I'm trying to think if something could kill me in Butler Race if I mess something up. I don't think anything does more than a half a heart. Not that I cared that much about this run finishing. I kind of don't care. Everything is so cursed. He really wanted to go in there, man. Okay, I'm gonna play it safe here. Why am I spinning here? Is this gonna be a problem? It's fine. That is gonna be a problem. Never ever done that in my life, so I'm assuming that was because of the crit health. Oh, this might be tricky. Yeah. At least I got through it. Whoa. This also might be tricky. I'm just gonna YOLO it, man. That actually jump scared the shit out of me. It's fine though. We're gaming. When do I get the health back though? Seriously. Not until I drink the milk, I guess? I don't remember the hit the switch days. I learned Butler Race like half a year ago, man. Heart drops in the pots there? Where are their pots? Oh, wait a moment. I got confused. Oh, no, I go into regular stone tower and drink milk. I just have to, only problem is I have to take damage to do bomb time stop before that point. So I really can't take any other damage at all. I mean, I could just get the fairy outside Stone Tower if I really needed to, but I don't need to. I also have to make sure I don't die to the bomb chew, the real bomb chew, at the chest. Normally I just let it hit me. Can't be doing that. Maybe if he's behind the chest, I'll just try to ignore him and do the trick without killing him. Which I don't usually do, but is possible. My bomb count is also awful. So with this bomb count, 1 to get in, I'll skip both of those maybe, and then 2 more. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just skip the low impact. Skip the less important ones. Less important bomb uses here. I had a brain fart, man. How do I even continue this? I guess I catch a fairy like this. Ah! Okay, this is fine. This is fine. This is continuable. Fine? This is fine? I do have to use this fairy now, right? Do I need this bottle or no? I don't think I do, actually. I'm gonna assume I don't have to use the fairy. This run is jank as hell, man. Why did I grab a fairy to do time stop? Without killing myself? Is that a problem? About to find out. What in tarnation? I guess it worked. All according to plan, man. I would never pull anyone's leg. Wow. Should I go for this trick though? This saves like 1 second. Ooh. Almost jumped off. I shouldn't have gone for that 1 second thing, because now I have to do this crap. Which I hate. I think we equip swapped over the bow. Pretty sure the bow. In the most recent route before the current one. Hello. Honestly, gaming. Why don't we just do Light Arrow, Gim, and Stone Tower? And 8%? It's slower? Going into Stone Tower is pretty slow. I don't really think it's very close in the timing, actually. What am I looking at, man? God. Probably. Probably consultant. I don't know. This looks like it's going to be an annoying pattern. What? Damn, dude. Are you dead or what? My last arrow. Okay. Okay, 213.48. I think the run is just dead and I should just do the cozy route to try to finish. I think world record is dead, I mean. It's good to start the week with a finished run, though. Consultant, but that was the GBT segment is really not that long. Like the detour for Light Arrow is like under a minute, maybe now, optimally. It's quite a bit more than that. I just messed up the camera. Cool. I'm glad I did that on this run and not a serious run. Holy shit. Dog? Hello? Yikes. Okay, my equip swaps have gotten terrible. Apparently. Dude, equip swap was such a blessing for this game. It's just crazy how much better it makes the game. And I say that despite the existence of item recovery. And honestly, despite the existence of equip swap, which is a trick that I hate actually doing. But it cuts out boring stuff, so you gotta respect it. Cuts out so much boring stuff. Well, it wouldn't work for this route. Because we get the hook shot before that, right? You can't equip swap over bow when you have the hook shot in your inventory. What am I doing? This. But it also loses a lot of time at goat. Or like in Snowhead Temple getting fire arrows. Yikes. Damn. It's 3, okay. It's 4. This is my last chance? Okay. GG's? That can't work with this magic, right? Wow, shout out Lullaby Skip, man. Cool trick. Do we finish it or do we cry and play Angel Game? It's kind of late, honestly. I don't really want to. Don't really want to mess with it. Welcome back, Miso. First try this time, I guarantee it. Just kidding. Okay, what is that, 6 try total? Okay, this should work. Free hit also, nice. This is actually super lucky. Damn, insane. Dude. How does this go again? I guess I do need to practice the late game. This is so perfect for after the ramp. Like, God, I want this in a run. Hello. I want this in a not dead run. Wow. Yeah, the after the ramp part there was so lucky. But I lost about 3 minutes to before the ramp. Just pure RNG. Okay, wasn't sure about that. I'm out, man. That's where I draw the line, right there. This fucking beeping hearts shit, dude. Okay, let's play a little angel game and then call it. Wait, oh, I split. Why did I split? Why did I split? Did I split entering Snowhead Temple? All right. Anyway, that was Majora's Mask. Hope you enjoyed. Let's keep the fire on the screen because this gameplay is about to be absolutely fire. I regret everything that I just said. Oh man. That one was not my fault. I'm gonna refuse to take the blame for that one. Why did I do that? I'm not sure. Don't think I had to do that at all. Dude. This is I actually could have gotten under it to the left. That was like the hardest 57 seconds of all time. Holy shit. Coolest trick that I've been getting ready for Hundo. Pressing the A button for the postman 10.00 seconds after he starts counting. Very cool trick. What is the actual coolest trick? I don't know. Probably the fast Deku playground too. It's pretty fun. I don't feel like there's that much that I'm doing, or at least that I've learned so far, that Jess doesn't already do. So, but that is definitely one of those things. Yo, Arvak, thanks for the money. What am I doing going that way? Terrible. Why do you keep telling this German joke? The one with the jumping? I was practicing it on stream when I was doing a couple 100% learning things a while back. In general for the run, just like the most fun trick. I mean, the Deku Playground one is really fun. What else is there? I really enjoy the, it's kind of a stupid one, but the snappers. The strat for the snappers and taking damage while you're killing the snappers to get the map, I think it is? Compass? No, not the compass. It must be the map in Woodfall Temple. That's pretty cool. I like rolling into... Snowhead Temple without having to do anything cancer. Because you just play the lullaby for once. For once in my life, I get to just play Goron Lullaby. And roll in. Although, certain gamers have been known to fail that roll into the temple without the wind blowing in a marathon setting. Won't say any more about that. I'm sure if I ever get into GDQ, I'll fail the most cringe stuff. How much would I pay for Angel Game? Is it worth $30? The weird thing is I could program it myself, you know? If you show me what the game is, I could program it myself, but I mean, I'm not gonna do that. I would rather pay $30 than program it myself, so yeah. I would pay $30 for sure. Dude, I would just give this developer $30 if they were working on other stuff that's... I want to say stuff like this, but they kind of do work on stuff that's like this. It's just not as good. I don't know. It's just yeah. I don't really feel like there are other games that I've tried are even approaching the same quality. Dude. I don't mean to say quality like it's an objective thing, by the way. Just for me personally, I have basically no interest in playing their other 20 games. Except for the big platformer that they're working on. I will play that probably. But the other small games I'm like eh. My brain stopped working, man. Is the RNG in this straight? Yeah, you can die to straight up RNG if that's what you mean. You can absolutely die to straight up RNG. I feel like even a TAS could die to straight up RNG sometimes. A tool assisted score run. That's what TAS stands for in this context. That was so tricky, man. Was that possible? I don't know. It was tricky even to get to that point. Yeah, I hope everyone's enjoying The Last of Us Part 2. Which, you know, pretty fun game. Don't really feel the need to watch a show. It's kind of cruel to split that up into 2 seasons. I guess it's not, like, it just feels that way having played the game. I guess it could have been worse. They could have split it up into 3 seasons. Now that I think about it. That still wouldn't have been half as bad as the Hobbit movies. Games being kind of nice. Kind of insanely nice. It's gotta end at some point. Could I have snuck under that? I'm not sure. Oh, well, they could do filler seasons all day long. You know, like literal anime filler arcs where they fill in characters' backstories or whatever. But I just mean from stuff that's actually in The Last of Us Part 2, they could stretch that to 3 seasons. In theory. And it would, without it feeling like too ridiculous. There's kind of 3 arcs in that game. I mean, you could even say there's 4 arcs in that game. Yeah, they could have done way more. Now that I'm thinking about it, if they really wanted to milk it, 2 seasons is probably fair. Come on, man. I don't know why you wouldn't play the game. Like, it has really fun gameplay. I don't... People don't like to admit this, but it has really fun gameplay. So if you're interested in the story, you know, the valid reason to not play The Last of Us Part 2 is if you hate the story. But if you're interested in the story and you also like games, why would you not play it? Also, it's just, I just enjoy seeing the amazing 3D art and animations and stuff. Like it's just a technical marvel. And you get to just walk around and look at the pretty environments and stuff. That's a big part of the enjoyment of The Last of Us for me. Part 2 especially. I feel like Naughty Dog has at least had at the time just like by far the best art direction in AAA. It's kind of crazy. My eyeballs started feeling weird and I got distracted. Alright, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep. Thanks for watching. Now that I'm losing time, I'm gonna go to sleep. Thanks for watching. Be back tomorrow. See you later.